this game, Moxie. Bristleback for Matthew. This is his specialty. The hero, like, they don't have team fight. They don't have any team fight at all. It's very single targeted. It's very like pick-off oriented lineup from Team Liquid. It's all about the execution, hitting the timings. Team Liquid, one of the teams that does stack a lot, not the team that stacks the most, especially during the last major. There are better people at stacking, but they've always been known for it. And yeah, Bristleback, the hero that definitely clears the stack super fast. One thing that panel talked about is not having a BKB piercing ability against the Juggernaut. Oh, Snowball.
Aramis opting to try to save himself. That arrow does not connect, though, at this time. So Liquid just going to kind of push their muscle around right now. And
that was arrow miss on arrow miss.
Yeah. One thing to consider, though, is the fact that Alliance not the greatest of lockdown against something like a Void Spirit, right? We were talking a lot about, you know, trying to get into the back lines and dealing with the Oracle, but now also you have a Void Spirit who's very slippery. It's going to take a lot of the stuns that they have, including, you know, a black hole or something, to try to hold them into place, which could be very tricky here for the side of Alliance.
It needs to be Tiny. Like, Tiny from the mid lane, he does get his spells maxed out relatively early on. Moxie. He got away from it.
And they do finally land the arrow on Aramis.
Seems like we're gonna have some TeamSpeak issues. MSN. I don't know what program they're using nowadays. I don't know if they're on Discord still, because it was causing some issues for them. You remember, you're a boomer, Mox, you're right. You remember MSN Messenger, the sound, yeah, the ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I remember rotary phones, my friend. I am quite old. Smoke signals, party lines. Pick up the phone and then there'd be other people already
just
talking.
Yell at the other guy in the cave.
Yeah, get the cans, you know, the tin cans with the string. Did you ever do that?
No.
Yeah, it's because I'm old.
Okay, seems like I'm not that old. Arrow. Caught by Tusk. Seems pretty dead.
Does indeed. I don't think there's much that Stominen can really do to assist him here, as they look like they've solved their issues and waiting. All right, yep. Yeah, they don't have anything to stun him, so
I think he denied the observer board.
He did indeed.
His own. I saw a deny, and it must be his own observer board. So they didn't get anything out of that, and he also did not get killed.
It's a pretty good situation there for the side of Alliance, being able to keep their support alive, get a denial on a ward, and does force out a lot of those spells, makes them use some of that mana and not get a kill from it. So not too much loss there for the side of Alliance. So they have pivoted now because, you know, we saw in game number 1 Aramis was playing the Tiny. You were not a huge fan of seeing the Tiny 4 just because, you know, he's a feast or famine sort of hero. If he
You need levels. I think South America showed during the major how to play mid Tiny, Dark Mago, popping off on it, being able to just go, like, it's very timing-based oriented hero coming up from the mid lane. Like, you need to be able to get that Blink Dagger. It's also very important for Tiny that the rest of the team is controlling runes for him, because he's also rune dependent. And we see Insania top. Again, with the same item build, going for multiple mangoes that he can spam on Matu. He does also have heals.
I mean, this is nice, too, because you know that an Enigma, like, right off the bat is just going to be getting those Eidolons, not going to be super, super effective right away. So, see a
he got the salve
canceled here from Boxy. Oh, Boxy sitting a bit low, but has already achieved what he would like there, being able to cancel out the healing salve.
Symmetrical going for a bit of a different build on Enigma, getting that buckler, because he's playing against Bristleback, and he wants to give them some extra armor so that those coil sprays don't hurt as much.
Now, how concerned are we for the side of Alliance? Because they do have the Enigma that they picked up, and that's going to be, you know, a large part of their team fight. But the side of Liquid has a very skirmishy sort of lineup, right? Because they have a Bristleback. He just constantly wants to be dodging in and out of these fights, wants to be stacking up quills, goo, all that stuff, and isn't going to be too concerned about, you know, hitting those specific teamfight timings. As Stamanen here is going to be forced to use those sprites. Leap forward here from Boxy, hoping that perhaps they can find this opening. Just taking a little bit of damage from the creeps. The arrow connects, and that should be your first blood.
ZyJ gets it, the first blood, but it's a lot of investment in terms of like region overall, whether we're talking about mana and HP. So once Enchantress comes back to a lane, they're gonna have a relatively good time on bottom. Juggernaut doing okay, 12 CS. We see Enchantress coming back down, has another healing salve. Matu, he does have enough money to buy Ring of Health. Aramis, thinking about going in.
And also, Boxy having no regen right now.
That Boxy wants to die.
Yeah. So he is going to just suicide to the tower, come back full health, full mana. Was Insania just feeding mangoes to his bristleback
yes,
here too?
He bought 5 or 6 at the start. Previous game he bought 6 on the Enchantress. Bit of a different build from what we see from Stamanen's Enchantress, going for the Blightstone.
I was curious if it was going to be just Insania spamming out his spells or if he was going to be providing it there to Matu. So keeping his health, his core healthy. No scurvy there for Matu. That fruit, vitamin C, very important.
Probably his favorite fruit.
Do you think it is?
Well, we can ask him if he wins this
he
one.
Wins. That's what his favorite fruit
I don't know if we interviewed Insania. We probably did, because he's the one
he
guy
likes
that
to
like
talk.
yeah he likes to talk. He's like, yeah, you guys, if you don't perform well on panel and cast, I'm gonna steal your job. Cast the TI Grand Finals and everything. Yeah, that guy. The nerves of that guy.
Already has.
Like, he's just better at it. Like, the way he looks, the way he talks, he's very well spoken. He plays good Dota.
He was very much the fashionista.
And that as well.
Yeah. We're very impressed with his fashion game, for sure. But yeah, I don't know if we've asked him what his favorite fruit is. Be interested to know for sure. Little bit of a play here in the middle lane. Not quite enough damage though, as Mickey's gonna draw him right back underneath tower. This is looking a little
Very
scary.
fired. Needs one more hit.
But Mickey will show mercy.
Unfortunately, did not have the simulate ready, but that was very close.
It's gonna force him all the way back though. That's pretty worthwhile. There's nothing that we can. Is that a? I guess not, right? Because you don't want to, give any more advantage over here to Mickey with a kill, but it's gonna take him a long time to go all the way back. It's top lane. See a little bit of pressure being placed over on Insania. He's just gonna perch off here, give himself a heal, but it's not enough. That's a kill for Symmetrical.
Structures are fortified.
Getting caught out of position. Matu has Vanguard ready, I believe. There should be a courier somewhere on the map. Trying to find it right now. And no, it's just a Soul Ring for now to have a bit more mana sustain. Because he can farm the big camp that is being stacked on the side. In the jungle, we still didn't see anyone move. Boxy nor Insania spent time in jungle. We're 5 minutes in. And he TPs mid. Refills the bottle for Void Spirit.
Nothing like some bottle service. For sure, as now Boxy, let's get spotted out here. He's gonna try to play around for this bottom rune. Like Liquid will be able to secure it, and not going to be lucky here.
That's a big one for Tiny. Have an Arcane Rune, so he can use his abilities 2 times. Like, either that or Haste Rune feels really nice to be able to gank the side lanes. And you can also proc this Arcane Rune burn through the raindrop charges, because you're not getting a kill on Mickey, at least not alone.
See, Aramis is in position, but Insania dancing around over by the eye spot. Gonna have a little bit of a support battle off the side, but the toss up. Just harassing back and forth here as it looks pretty decently on time. The bottom lane, bit of harassment over on Nico Baby. Just land the arrow. They need to finish off here. They'll need another hit or so. They do manage to take down the healing ward, so Nico won't have that, but he does have Stamanen in here with those sprites, so be able to heal him. And there's another healing salve over onto Nico Baby, so he's gonna survive.
2 points in Healing Ward. I like the build from Juggernaut, not going for the Blade Dance, instead putting an extra point in Healing Ward, and also TP from Stamanen. Let's see, Spin is ready again.
Arrow in position. This should be a Stamanen. Zytho will fall to Nico Baby as now Aramis making his way over, putting a little pressure over onto Boxy, but knows that Boxy does have leap charges if necessary, so most likely not going to get himself a kill.
He got the Earn Charge from that, so another extra layer of damage that they can throw onto Juggernaut once the Blade Fury is down. And you see Boxy just right-clicking him down, trying to force something out. Item timing Vanguard, faster than Dispatch by a full minute. On top of the Soul Ring and the Magic Wand on Bristleback, also have Tumbler's Stoy. So big mana pool.
I mean, what can they really hope to do against Matu right now with just Symmetrical up here? They've made a lot of movements around the map and kind of forced Alliance to respond. They are making their way down to the bottom here. They have Insania backing up Mickey. Got a decent amount of vision coming out from the side of Liquid around the area too to help protect him. We'll just cut through some of these creeps.
Weeha is getting close to his Blink Dagger. Gonna be a good time. It's just Brown Boots bottle into Blink to be able to... Like, Oracle's gonna be the food, and also Mirana. Like, he can kill those heroes relatively easily. Arrow.
Ooh, that's very close. Not going to land this time, though. It's Matu taking some of these stacks as expected. Is taking over a little bit of that net worth lead. And I feel like the person to be watching here, too, is Zai, because Zai was almost like, I don't want to say he was like a sleeper, but it definitely, he got so much space that when he arrived, he was just doing so much work.
He did, definitely. We already talked about how this Dawnbreaker is becoming more and more popular. You can farm extremely fast with the hero, and he was going for a more like right-click type of a build, being able to scale. Aramis is gonna scout things out, see what happens.
Leap forward here from Boxy.
Oh, good body
nice
block.
body block with that creep. So Blink Dagger is completed for WEU, as we said, not in his inventory just yet, but I'm sure that they are very much suspecting it. Solar Guardian coming in, the arrow connecting as they'll find themselves.
Oh, can they kill the courier? That's big. Leap, go for it. Boxy, let's see if he wants. That'd be big. Just being able to delay.
He's already got the Blink Dagger.
Oh, he got the blink?
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
But yes, like you're saying, that would have been huge if you could get the kill and also...
They also messed up with it, because you just killed him, you showed that he had a Blink Dagger, because you can expect it around this timing, but still, the way we wanted to play it is hide it, push the wave, get it, smoke, and then get something done. Seems like they're still gonna go for a smoke play. Not really.
Well, they group up around the mid area. They're expecting more pressure to be put down because there are several heroes on the side of Liquid that have been congregating in this mid lane area. So there's the opening from WEU. But again, you've got Insania there to just protect as he dives onto the back line. Turns attention now to WEU. He can't die again. Is he going to fall here yet again? Yes, they will. They'll find the kill. And now the draw back over onto Stamanen.
They were so ready for this.
Beautifully done by
Team
Liquid.
having a really good read what's going to happen. Insania just drops Fate's Edict, and there's no damage. There's just not enough to be able to bring it down. Enigma is having a good time in the jungle. 51 CS in terms of the net worth. Middle of the pack has Vlad's done a lot of levels. Level 8 Enigma, 10 minutes in. That's pretty good. Going into raid pack to be able to reduce the damage. They don't really have that hero that can just go in and kill the raid pack other than Mirana. So we'll see how they're going to be able to protect it on bottom. Zai still going for the same build. Echo Saber queued up. And they want to put some pressure on tower.
I'm a little concerned because, you know, yeah, they got a really nice timing on the blink for WEU, but Liquid has been playing this so well in terms of, you know, slowing him down, slowing down the momentum, making sure that he can't leave that lane and start finding these snowbally kills. Is this the right choice for the Enigma here? Like, I like the Vlads, but should he maybe pivot and maybe try to get something from ability to be a part of some of these fights, or?
Enigma's very greedy offlaner, and he knows that he's going to have a good time, so I don't mind Enigma farming in this game, because if we talk about the Blink BKB timing, they have nothing. They're not going to have anything to stop it with. Like, eventually there's going to be Bashers, probably one Bristleback, one on Dawnbreaker, but there's just not a reliable spell that's going to be able to go in and cancel the black hole. So I think Symmetrical should keep farming, have DP ready for these rotations.
Gotcha.
I'm just concerned because, like you said, it is a bit greedier, and it feels like Liquid has really upped the ante here with this just aggression. As they continue to chase after Stamon in here, there's going to be Aramis nearby. Goes for the snowball play, going to go right back over onto Zai. Walrus punch up to the air, just going to slow them down just a little bit as Insania is forced to use his ultimate on himself. He's going to use the Purifying Flames to heal himself up. Nico Baby jumping in, though, looking for this opening. The arrow tossed out, not going to be able to quite land as they're chasing after Insania, but Mickey following up. Boxy
he does have a Arcane Rune.
There's going to be the Solar Guardian jumping right on in here from Zai. They'll turn this back around with the hammer, chasing after Nico Baby. And look, we can see now that Symmetrical, he's joined in the fight. He's looking for this opportune moment. Perhaps he can get a black hole up, but over on the side, Aramis, he's going to crumble to Matu as he joins into the fight. The arrow's going to get tossed out. Not going to be able to quite connect over here onto anyone on Alliance. So Liquid, they're happy with this engagement. They got a kill, and they're just going to back off again.
Insania gets the ulti off, gets the healing salve, also earned from Boxy to be able to amplify that healing, and he goes back to full HP. Yeah, we're gonna see that again. Tiny trying to go for the kill. Combo still not maxed out. If he had another point in toss, like all of these things tend to add up. Look at the smiles on this beautiful man.
Well, they do turn it back around. They know Solar Guardian is on cooldown, so they're gonna put pressure over on the mid tower. Matu throwing his body forward. It's pretty difficult, but they do manage to find Boxy over here, so they'll be able to get themselves a nice pick off on the side of Alliance.
Boxy putting an extra point in leap, maxing out the arrow. I'm not sure if this is gonna be the build that Yapsor did, where you just completely skip the Starstorm, but putting an extra point in leap, I like that because you want to lower the cooldown, the charge restore time.
Insania gonna be able to back up Mickey as Matu just starts running over here. He's gonna toss out a little goo, warn them away.
Matu shows up, everyone goes back, and he goes back to clearing his stacks. Once he finishes off the Axe, this is gonna be the go time for Team Liquid. They have no cooldown whatsoever other than Solar Guardian and Oracle ulti, and they're gonna be okay even taking the fights without having it. And this is when they're gonna try to bait something, get a kill or two, transition that into Roshan.
Oh, all right. This is a good pick off here from Alliance. They'll find themselves Insania. And if Insania's dead, it means Insania cannot save any of his fellow teammates. So perhaps they can make a move off of this.
Aramis is having a much better time.
Here's Solar Guardian over into the mid lane. That's a deadly. Where'd he go?
He's dead. Just a combo. Ether Remnant into Arrow, always going to be potent throughout this whole game. Boxy, he's thinking about different items. He was thinking about mech, now has drums. I think he needs to go for items that scale a little bit better instead of just going for full utility, because you might run into damage issues. Eventually, if this game drags for a very long time, DD.
And can't quite land that arrow, though, so...
Remnant didn't get the connection, and also, once again, we see Alliance blocking the arrows. First, it was Stomanin with the tomato creep, and now Symmetrical with his Eidolons.
Nice read there. Coming out from the side of Alliance as they continue to protect. And continue to farm. Matu, though, of course, sitting top of the net worth, 8.5k. Nico Baby, 7.8. It's a little bit easier here this time around for Nico Baby. He is able to get some more of these items. It was very difficult for him in game number 1 as Faceless Void. So it's still a bit worrying when you consider the draft coming out from Team Liquid. As you can see, Mickey spying himself this enigma here. Considering it, does have Boxy in position with the Invis rune, hoping perhaps he can land.
They know something is up. Scan just connected. Bristleback finishing off
But are they
Ags.
expecting him to walk up to him like that? Question.
Oh, that's Bloxy. Oh my god, that was beautiful. Like, he just body blocked him. Can he get off the black
TPs
hole?
are coming in. There's
Yes,
the black
he can.
hole, and it's just the Dawnbreaker, though. And look at this, Insania already in a good position. We'll be able to make sure that Zai survives. Good Avalanche, though, coming into play. It's going to be a big punch coming out from Aramis. They'll be able to take down Insania, and they do manage to get the kill on Zai. So a good rotation coming out from the side of Alliance will be able to turn back around, turn into some kills. But the big problem now becomes you've got black hole on cooldown. Liquid can just get right back up again.
Exactly. I think they misplayed there a little bit. I would prefer if Bristleback is there with the team. Maybe they didn't sync up on time, and yeah, they needed a little bit of extra damage coming out there, and now we see the power of this Bristle. Snowball, he does have a creep wave to go to, still gonna
Nico
die.
Baby just says, like, I'm out, see ya. Bad luck that the shards didn't separate them. He was then trapped with the Bristle. Not how he wants this, Boxy. He's looking for an arrow. Matu's gonna walk right in, find himself Stamanen, and get himself a double.
Let's see, finishing off the creeps. Let's see if they decide to go for Roche immediately. Yeah, it's just what we said. Just get 1 or 2 kills, and it's a perfect spot to get the kill at. Also, that black hole usage, like, it looks good. They got 2 kills out of it, but in the end, Liquid is gonna get Roshan, which is gonna give them momentum. Bristol is gonna be picking that up. AK pinging out Tusk to see where Tusk is, so he could potentially go for the Ice Shards into Snowball type of a play, steal Roshan. Didn't happen. Can we see that play from Boxy again? Where he blocked him near the tier 1 tower top?
Yeah, he had the Invis rune still online, and he just kept creeping deeper and deeper into the woods there. So, a nice positioning from Boxy. He does need to look at the Moon Meander school of how to set up your webcam, though. Seeing that. I mean, it's got some nice eyebrows, but it'd be nice if we could see his face, too. Matu in the bottom lane. Just going to dodge away here on WEU. Doesn't want to have to deal with this. Big boy Philly gets found, though, by Jug, so you can expect one of those supports to pick it up, your favorite item there, Lacoste.
Oh, definitely. They could even give it to Enigma. I wouldn't mind seeing Enigma pick it up.
Sure, Enigma wouldn't mind it after getting pounced on like that. Ooh, can they get this off here? Can they grab WEU in time? No. I even use the Solar Guardian and don't get anything from it other than just being able to move around the map. Drums get popped, though. Would like to get their hands on Aramis. Snowball coming into play, bouncing off into the creep, but in comes Zai. And the arrow doesn't connect, so Liquid, again, they have a very skirmishy lineup here. They're happy to just reset, continue to let Matu put pressure on the map and farm.
There's the replay. So Boxy comes in with the Invis. Symmetrical is like, oh, there's a bug. Something's wrong. Yeah, exactly. It's like Dota2 pathing.
What the hell? But that's Matu is just large and in charge. He's taken over this triangle. And Zai showing off that blink dagger now. He's gonna chase after Nico, baby. And force him to spin TP away. Oh, Stamanen, though, has been left behind. Body blocks here from Boxy again.
That's almost 2-shot.
What can you do?
Zai is already itemizing for Juggernaut so that he can't split push, and also for potential Enigma to get the bash off. Having that Echo Saber, it's like kind of guaranteed bash when he's trying to TP out. And Enigma just picked up the Philly Stone. He wants extra gold to be able to get to his Blink Dagger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Do have a haste rune bottled over on the Void.
Fortified.
And a Blink Dagger, though, has been picked up for Tusk. Can have a little bit more ways of jumping into save or possible initiations if needed. Some options on the board. But it feels like Alliance, they've been a little bit more reserved, especially WEU this game. I feel like he's...
Like you're an Alliance fan, Moxie. Every single time you talk about them, you say WEU.
The royal WEU, no.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard No-Tail during the Gamers Galaxy saying "oh WEU" or "we" when they were playing and he was casting.
Big fan of both of these teams, for sure. But it definitely doesn't feel like the side of Alliance has been as aggressive this time around. You know, we saw the Hoodwink pop off last time, but...
Bit of a different game for him now.
True.
Like, he's in the middle of the pack. That Blink Dagger reveal and also kill, managing to kill the tower as well on top of that, kind of killed the momentum. We talked about him being a hero that needs to have good momentum. Theirs was a silence, so that means Aghanim Scepter with the Void Spirit has another one, but it's just going to get out. And he also saw Juggernaut having the Mantis style, so does not want to commit heavily.
Yeah, he was trying to chase after that healing ward, but when he walks into the rest of the team, they will go back in, though. They have Matu here as they're creeping, take out the healing ward. Nico says, yeah, no, I'm out. I don't want anything to do with this, but they are trying to make the play over onto WEU. Gonna slow him down a bit, does have himself the regen bottle, but they need some way to cancel out this TP, and the arrow is just a little too far away. But the body block, poor Tomana, man, they are just getting body blocked by the side of Liquid constantly.
Not too many spells that can stop the TP, especially if you like initiate with one or two of those abilities.
Do have the Blink Dagger, though, completed for Enigma, so that's going to allow for better positioning, possible, more survivability, the chance to be able to, push out these waves using the Eidolons, which is pretty important. So that Philosopher's Stone definitely coming in handy.
With first Aegis, Team Liquid did manage to get some advantage, but nothing too crazy on the map. They didn't use it. Aegis is gonna expire. Give him back to full HP, full mana.
It feels like the game's slowed down just a little bit here for Liquid. Again, we are seeing that high momentum with the Bristleback with the Aegis, but now it seems like they're happy to take over this portion of the jungle, try to force the lines. I feel like Nico Baby is constantly in that top lane, just trying to push out waves, trying to get whatever farm he can, and then having to spin TP out. But with the Basher getting picked up on Zai, that might prove to be a little bit
That's
more
gonna be a big one.
difficult here for Nico Baby.
7 minutes faster, that says a lot. We didn't see too much of a Dawnbreaker, but having this Basher early on just says that they understand what needs to be done, how they need to approach this problem that they have with the Juggernaut. And Nico Baby taking the tower, having a much better game. He's been slowly farming. Can we check the damage of the heroes? Because we didn't still have one big team fight 25 minutes in, and here we go.
They're hoping, can they get some sort of a bash?
There's the bash.
It is! Finally, oh man, Nico Baby. All right, does manage to slice up the air, but the rest of the team is here. They've got the sides, they've got the Omni Slash, trying to just be a little bit more survivability, but it's not gonna matter. Look at the high five. Ooh.
Oof, that Omni. If Roshan respawns immediately, they could potentially have some window, 20 seconds to fight before the Omni Slash is back up. Rest of the team was not even there. They could not back him up. Zai got the got the bash off even after the Starbreaker. So pretty impressive. He knows. I think if he didn't get that head bash, he would TP away.
Casual drive-by here by the side of Team Liquid. So that is our outpost. We worked hard to get that, to do not touch it, as WEU hiding in the tree line is gonna have to blink, get some safety. Yeah, they go for a little bit of the scan.
Interesting build on Tiny. Going for Aghanim Scepter. So we're gonna have 3 volley. Cool ability, we don't see it too often.
So what's the reasoning behind him opting to go for this instead of the more traditional builds that we see?
Try to keep the distance, deal damage without getting close to Bristleback, potentially? I don't know. I don't think I've seen too much of this item. In certain situations, yes. I'm not sure how much value they're gonna get from it. It's a good item, don't get me wrong. It scales well, but you would also want to have some damage items. Zai getting a solo pick off.
See that slow hammer? Oh, that feels bad. You know it's coming. It's just going real slow and it's going to hurt. All right, well, they're smoked up over on the side of Alliance, perhaps looking for a pick-off, trying to take over some more of this area, set it up for just any information that they can get, but it is difficult here. They have a gem online for the side of Liquid, and Liquid, they know that this Roche, whenever it comes up, that is their next objective.
And it's a big one. Having Shard for free on Bristleback, it's massive. Enigma trying to farm up his BKB, just needs a recipe, so that's gonna take another 2 minutes at least, because he's not getting the farm priority. I see Aramis also getting some farm after picking up the Blink Dagger. There was not a single huge team fight. We saw a couple of pickoffs, but we didn't see full 5-on-5 engagement.
Comes Zai, he's open for a bash, but not gonna be able to get that.
Agents of the Void.
It's gonna be very scary for the side of Alliance, just being able to try to get out on the map, knowing that they do have that global presence. But we at least can breathe easy for a little bit. Does have a bit of space.
Matu, 17,000 net worth, going for Satanic next. That synergizes nicely with Oracle ulti on top of that. He's probably gonna be the target, either him or Void Spirit. I think they need to like ignore the Juggernaut, to go for the rest and deal with him later, unless they get like good opening with potential like Ether Remnant, Silence, and Arrow. Does have Manta Style to get rid of the Silence, but so they need like something, some kind of a initiation. And Aghanim Scepter on Tiny is done. Needs to use the Courier, going for the crit net. Like getting for crit next makes a lot of sense when you go for 3 volley build.
The Satanic is completed now for Matu. And I like this coming out from Insania. He's finished up the Aether Lens, so his positioning should be even better in being able to keep his cores alive. There it is. Lion's giving
He blocked Matu, he can't pick it up.
Connect over here.
Matu, he's stuck.
He's fine. They can't get over there that quickly.
If they wanted to go for a play, because it was not being picked up. Like, if you see that, maybe Tusk could have gone for a blink in. I think it would be worth it. Even if you die, doesn't matter, but it was a good shard block.
Do you think it was just a case of the nerves coming out from Alliance that they weren't confident enough to just dive in?
You never know with these professional e-gamers, whether they're like trying to bait you, they have it clicked, just ready to pick it up until someone does that.
Ah yes, good old e-gamers. What
My
will they do
favorite.
next? Who's the boomer here, me or you, dude?
E- gamers, yeah. I mean, I'm not ashamed to be a boomer, Moxie.
Good for you. Good for you. With age comes wisdom and other
And
things.
no shame.
There's still a little bit of shame there, on occasion.
Yeah, we work on camera. Maybe I should have shame. So
Not like
Bristleback,
Jenkins, though. You're not Jenkins level yet.
Bristleback picking up both Shard and Aegis, going into AC next. They have a little bit more.
Oh my goodness, all right.
He's getting blown up. That Witchblade, Aghanim Scepter combo. Just too powerful at the moment. Has Kaya as well. Like eventually that's gonna become E-Blade, so you will have the burst potential. Enigma, BKB done. Holding on to Big Boy Philly for quite some time. Did help out quite a lot.
Just needs to not get picked off right away. Like that is the big thing. In fact, he's very aggressively blinking here. I guess he does have some of his scores behind him, but I would have been a little nervous with that. So he continues to just farm Boxy, spotting out here with Insania, the Solar Guardian coming in. Nice arrow, gonna hold him into place to get that Star Storm, and a couple of whacks here from Zai. Will get themselves a dead Wii as Matu just spewing out just nasal goo everywhere. Chasing after this Enigma. He's getting into position, only managing to go and hold down one person, but it might just be enough here as they do manage to use the Omni Slash. Clean up Mickey. Matu just continuing to throw out all of the goo, all of the quills. Chasing after Aramis. They do point out that there is a Wraith Pact online here, so they're going to put everything they have into trying to take down Matu, but of course, Insania in a good position here. Will be able to go use the Purifying. Can they get back in? It's looking like they might be able to, as Matu barely surviving, still holding on to the Aegis. Looks like Insania, he's going to be the team player who's going to go down with the ship.
A bit of disconnected. The rest of the team was bottom. They did not have Dawnbreaker ulti to connect with them, and the solo Black Hole from Enigma on Void Spirit just to get a kill. So, and they saved the Aegis. So for the next minute or two, they should be able to try to go for the high ground. Try to poke, see what happens.
I feel like this is... Having that Enigma already using Black Hole, like it was necessary, it was good. You were able to take down the Void Spirit because he is so difficult to pin down, but it just leaves such an opening here as Boxy is going to get in position, set up the arrow, and arrow's not going to connect, but okay, the snowball coming in play. Boxy leaping forward, throws out a little bit of shards here. Do a decent amount with a follow-up from... Oh, okay, they're going to get into position. Mickey's here, though. They taunt over here onto Wii. They want to try to blow him up if possible. He's silent, it's fairly tanky. Mickey dodging back and forth. The Zai's order to pop the BKB. They'll end up losing Symmetrical. Mickey also default. Wii, though, eventually they'll find their target as Matu joining into the fight now is going to be chasing after Nico Baby. And they'll chase after Stamana. He just pops. Immediately, the chase is on Nico Baby. He's gonna have to spin when he's gotta get out of there. They can't quite close the scalp though right now. It's like a full ring. Can Zai get over there fast enough? They're just running so deep.
He might be able to do it. There we go. First hit bash.
For Zai.
And now it's time to go. They
Oh,
still
God.
didn't lose Aegis for 50 seconds. A little bit of a misplay there from Boxy. Oh, he gets blown up. Because he missed the arrow, so it took them a little longer than they needed to be able to kill Tiny. Meanwhile, Matu, one-man army inside their base.
Under attack.
Now this man just runs at you. You can't do anything
Yeah, he
about
has
it.
over 800 damage on Bristleback. Just hit level 25. Okay.
It's the buyback now from Nico, baby.
Radiant's middle
Matu
barracks
just
are under
doesn't seem to care too much as they go for a smoke behind him. He's gonna continue. He does have that satanic. He's gonna wait here though. Insania has a little bit of that.
Can they
heal.
time it? That's the question.
That-
He's very low. Insania does have ulti ready, so they're not gonna chase. Nico Baby used
There's a
buyback
regen.
like 3 or 4 times in this series so far, and I don't think they're getting value from his buybacks.
They feel like desperation in a sense, just like we can't afford to give them anything else. But there it is. There is the
scanning.
Aegis getting reclaimed, regenerating for Insania after all of his hard work, and the Abyssal Blade is completed for Zai. And he's fairly tanky. It took a lot to finally murder him. It took a lot of heroes, but this now is very, very scary for whether it's we or whether it's Nico Baby. He can't just spin TP anymore.
He has a guaranteed way of locking people down. Even Symmetrical needs to be careful how he uses the black hole. Like, he needs to be able to pop it on himself so that he can't get close. Full Eon Disc on Void Spirit. Not gonna risk anything, even assembles it. Usually we see it so that it doesn't get procced.
Hello, Boxy. Goodbye, Boxy. Solar Guarding coming to play, though. Oh, there it is. There's the black hole to be able to hold Zai in place a little bit longer, but they do manage to get off the save here. Zai turns back around Matu. He's just so powerful right now. Look at the damage. Symmetrical. He is not going to survive this as Nico Baby spinning around. Matu just chasing after him here. The leap forward coming out from Boxy. They want to get the extra little bit of attack speed. They chase after Nico Baby. They finally get the kill. He has died back. They bought back over on the Tusk, but we is going to be able to walk away. Insania is taking a decent amount of damage, but they'll clean up. They need to finish off these islands. Should be able to do it.
Gem on the ground.
There. Oh, man. They still would love to get to Wii, but he just blinks away.
Buyback from both position 4s. Alliance, they need multiple man black holes, like, because you know that if Oracle is not caught inside of it, that there's going to be a save just to prolong a team fight a little bit longer. Zai in the end dies, but they need a big black hole. They need to catch at least 2 or 3 people with the tiny tree volley. Also, with this build on Tiny, you need to be able to fight near the trees, because this build just doesn't work if you're sitting here.
Yeah. But look at this damage on Matu. My God. See some of those trees tossed out. The step forward from Mickey with the taunt, and they just start going to town over here on Wii. They do turn back around. It pops the Satanic.
Doesn't hit anyone, but looks cool.
It looks cool, you know, scares them away. Maybe like, oh God, he's gonna hit us.
Oh
we
yeah,
have
the
to get out.
sound. They run back. Dawnbreaker is out in 15. Roshan could potentially be up in 30, so I don't think they need to rush anything. They could go see what happens. Never mind, they know that Nico Baby does not have buyback. My bad.
They're strong. They know that Insania is behind them with the false promise necessary. And, you know, use the tree volley is cute, but it doesn't feel like it does nearly enough for what it costs and everything. As Zai, okay, a nice snowball coming to play is going to pull them in deeper, though. That's a little bit scary here. As now they'll try to force him out. The BKB has been popped over onto Matu. There's going to be a toss up into the air here on Zai, but a false promise coming to play. Zai will just run away. Tree volley getting tossed, but just blinks out. Has that heal on him. It's going to be fine.
They expected more from this because Juggernaut was still down. They know that there was no black hole, so tried to go in, get something done. Aramis manages to blink out, and let's see the Roche respawn timer. 39 seconds. Exact same timing as the black hole is going to be up.
Well, the nice thing for the side of Alliance is that whenever you have a black hole, there is always that possibility to turn the game around. All it takes is one good black hole and a good engagement. So we will see if that ends up being the case. Because Alliance surely knows. Yeah, look at this. They go for the smoke. They know.
My
They
path.
want to get a positioning. Already Liquid moving themselves over to the high ground. A little bit separated. But they're taking this very, very cautiously. And now Tiny finishing up the Daedalus will have more damage for this fight. As they start getting
This is
some
a
of these
good
minerals.
place for Tiny to take a fight. A lot of trees that he can throw inside the pit. Something that Alliance did in the previous game was also securing Roshan, the second one. And seems like they want to do it again.
Yeah, they are in the pit, but they do have creeps going into their base. They do send over some of these illusions.
Liquid should know something is up.
Oh, they definitely know. They're on their way there, and they have decent vision. They see them on their way, but they smoke on several here. The Abyssal Blade completed now for Matu. Finds Stamanen going into the pit, but the jump in here from Zai. Looking to get the opening here.
Oh, the
Matu's spraying
trees.
everything, and immediately Mickey just pops all that damage. Zai trying his best to fight through, but they do have the lockdown over here on the side here from Matu. They get the heal off, they get the save. Already losing the Enigma. He did not get the chance to Black Hole just yet. Going for the Solar Guard, turning their attention now over onto Nico. Maybe they'll take out Nico, and they need to finish off WEU, and it's looking like they have the damage to do it.
It was massive damage coming out from that tree volley. Void Spirit completely exploded, but they managed to...
Yeah, okay, Radiant.
He's on the ground, but he's stuck.
Did he grab anything
He
else?
couldn't do it.
No, he
blocked
is being
himself.
held. He wanted to go back in
And
for the
Boxy
cheese.
leaps in, steals the cheese.
That's his.
And also, yeah, that might be the game. Enigma still does have Black Hole, but 60 seconds without Juggernaut, 65 seconds without a Tusk. This should be Mega Creeps. They might even go for the Throne. There's no Void Spirit. He can come with Boots of Travel in 35. Let's see what play Liquid decides to go for.
I think they're going to just go right for these tier 4s. Yeah, that's the case. It's just Stamanen, and Stamanen just pops. Look at this. Every time that Zai sees him, jumps in, gets a couple of these big hits off. They're afraid to come forward. The arrow connects. The Starstorm goes through. There's going to be a hammer dropped on the ground, and eventually Insania. He's got that right. All right. We do get the Black Hole.
They wanted to have some fun.
Yeah.
They gave Aghanim to Insania, getting that Reign of Destiny. Very cool looking ability and also sounds nice. Does synergize well with the rest of the team, being able to like get the healing amplified